Hello, my lovely angels. This is your girl Sim, back with another episode of the Sim Squad. Hi. So it's been a while, or maybe not, since I've done a haul. And this time it was like a mixed bag of a lot of different, actually not a lot of different brands, but some new brands. I've never tried these brands before. When you try a new brand, you are a little bit, you have like this little, not anxiety, but you have this little jitters or whatever, like, oh, will I like it? Especially a haul like this where I had like mostly all like new brands. Actually, there are two new brands, and there's one of my beloved brands, and I'm going to share that with you as well. And but they were all moderately priced, so I wasn't very worried about like whether if I'm going to like it or not. If I don't like it, I can just like get rid of them, or wait for them to macerate, see if it changes. But there's some of them which I cannot get with. I just know it. And there are others which I absolutely love. So let me share the first one with you. First, let me share a collection. It's not a collection actually. It will ultimately be a collection. It's from Khadlaj, and this is from their master creator line. So Mr. Muhammad Iqbal, who is the owner of Khadlaj, that's Bushra's father, right? He had some secret blends that he mixes like himself, and he has been like mixing it for like past like 20 years or so, and he used to only distribute it to friends and family. It was like one of his things that, okay, I'll make this, and it was just like as gifts to friends and family. But of course, like, the new generation, they convinced him. They're like, please share this with the rest of the world. The creation is beautiful, and this was like first of the line. So it's the line is called Master Perfumer Creations, and this is the Musk Pure. First of all, okay, let me put the bottle back into its box so that I can, show you the whole experience. So how I received the PR box was I received this box, and there was this beautiful pen with it. If you've seen my reel for this one, I created it using that pen, and of course like a card, to explain like his creation and everything. And when you open it, it's like that. Now, what does Musk Pure smell like? It smells like Musk Pure. Like literally think of like the purest of musk. Now, if you know, musk is an ingredient that is used synthetically. It's created in a lab. And we don't use pure musk anymore because it was very unethical, because the way of extracting the musk is you have like musk deers, and then you have like some civets as well that carry like a pouch in them. I mean, just research it a little bit if you can. And that gland is in a place where to extract it, they have to kill the animal, right? So of course musk was not like a very nowadays, like in every perfume you see musk, but that's not an actual original musk. Because to get that musk, first of all, it's illegal in so many places to poach those musk deers, because they are like almost going extinct. And now everybody's been using synthetic musks because they do the exact same job. And now they have like a variety of different lab created musks that are excellent, and you can have different types. So Musk Pure is a blend of like different musks. It's a blend of musks along with some florals, and it has a hint of tobacco. And the tobacco, let me tell you the notes first, right? The top notes are floral notes. The middle notes are tea and green nuances, and the base notes of hay tobacco, fruity notes, and musk notes. Now, to my nose, honestly, this smells like slightly floral musks. I do not detect anything else. I'm not going to waste this perfume because it's so beautiful, so I'm going to spray this on myself. It smells, it literally smells like you're walking in a cloud. If you remember Musk Pure Narcisse, that was, again, my fear of musk, it's now like reducing, because Musk Mood by Latafa, that was one of the first perfumes that I had reviewed. If you remember, if you've been with me for those many years, actually those many, I'm talking as if like I've been here like 5-6 years, literally 1 year ago. So if you have been with me since that time, you know that Musk Mood had traumatized me. I tried a lot, and somehow that bottle sneakily, because I get rid of my perfumes, I sell them off, for some reason it stayed. It was hidden. By the way, in my collection, I've lost a lot of perfume. It's like a very strange thing. I don't know at night if some perfume elves or gnomes or something like come alive and they play with my perfume collection. I don't know. But like there's some perfumes that like just went like gone, And musk mood, for some reason, I thought it was gone, but it showed up. I was cleaning my cupboard, the perfume cabinet behind, and I was like, oh my goodness, what is it still doing here? I thought it was long gone. I think I mentioned it in most of my videos as well, that finally it's gone. And then I look at it and I'm like, oh my god, it's still there. So I had like this little trauma associated with it. And then there was, of course, Khadlaj Fursan Unlimited. And then I was like, is it the musk? Is it the musk with my skin chemistry? Because I know that musk can convert to body odor. It can become very skin-like, animalic, you know, like in a way that some people do not like it. And I thought I was one of them. But it was just certain type of musk. So again, these lab-grown musks, they're just different from each other. And also, like, again, the quality, the control of, like, you know, how much you use it and everything. Musk is something you need to use in a very, very small quantity, right? So it feels again like the color white, just like Musk Pure Nasis. Now, if you ask me Musk Pure Nasis and this one, are they different? I'll do a side-by-side comparison in a later video. Right now, I'm just like telling you what I feel about this particular one. By the way, I can see like the same particles I see in Musk Pure Nasis as well. So I wonder if that is something to do with this synthetic musk. If you're looking for a pure musk fragrance without any addition of notes that are like either like strong florals or notes that can be identified, for example jasmine or any kind of fruity notes or anything that like sticks out. If you don't want that, if you want like a proper musk that smells really, really heavenly and ethereal, you go for this one. First of all, it's priced at like $50 only, which is like, I honestly, when I received this PR, I was like, okay, it's gonna be around like, let's say $80 or so. I thought it'll be one of those collections like $75 or above. And I was pretty surprised that this is only being sold for $50. But that's fair because again, lab-grown musks, not that expensive. If it was pure musk, it would be like actually not even like $75. It would be like $300 or something because it's like exceptionally rare. But I don't know why you would want to wear that ingredient on yourself, you know, like ball sack, you know, and hey, but then we use ambergris, which comes out of literally out of a whale poop, you know. So I think we have been there, even the coffee and everything, you know, like we are weird as humans. So a musk can go wrong real fast, and this one is not. It's beautiful. First of all, the beautiful bottle, very simplistic. So I love this perfume. It can be good on its own. I've been wearing it on its own, so I finished that much already. And I don't mind because, okay, it's priced at $50, so I can purchase it again. And Ali loved it because I sprayed it on myself. I was sitting in the living room. As a matter of fact, that was the first time I sprayed it. I was testing it out on myself. So everybody who asks me, like, do you just like spray it on the paper and just like make decisions and everything? No, I spray it around the house. I put it on myself. I put it on my bed sheet, this, that, you know, especially when they're perfumes that are like special creations. I've done the same thing with Teriyaki because it was a Quentin Beach creation, you know, and then I make up my mind. So this one, when I sprayed it, Ali was like, can I wear this perfume? And, you know, I was just so happy. I was like, yeah, of course you can wear it. It's like there's no gender. I mean, there is a gender to perfumes, like leans feminine or masculine in traditional sense, but you wear whatever you want. You know, if I want tomorrow, I'll wear the heaviest tobacco perfume and go out there, leather tobacco combination. If I'm happy, you know. So I told him, of course you can wear it. And it is a unisex perfume. It's a pure musk, so of course, like a guy can wear it, girl can wear it. You can layer this with like anything you want, and it'll just give you that nice pure musk scent at the background, and it'll make your perfumes last for a very, very long time. Because this one doesn't go away 12 hours. I mean, take a shower and maybe it'll go away from your skin. And I have tried it all over, like skin, clothes, paper, everywhere. On the skin, it feels the best because it reacts with your skin chemistry. So it was smelling very different on Ali and it was smelling very different on me. So try it like on your skin whenever you get musks, right? For me, this is like all day, all weather. Of course, the Middle Eastern vibe in this is high because it's a pure musk, and I associate musk being a Middle Eastern one. So definitely Middle Eastern leaning. The projection is like a good 3 to 4 feet. It leaves a trail behind you, by the way. So of course, this one is like a 10 out of 10 for me. It's like goes without saying, like I'm like talking about it so much. So I just love it. And I love the fact that the bottle is so simple. I like bottles like this. I like traditional bottles, like, you know, not really vintage, because vintage ones also used to have some really like, you know, designs, but like this one, but bottles like these, it just like makes me happy for some reason. I know I'm so boring. Ugh. And I was thinking, like, which celebrity should I assign this to? Because it has to be like somebody very, very ethereal. And then luckily she released a new song recently and she was in my mind, and it's Aurora. And how Aurora is her personality. You know, she's very ethereal and she's very sweet and her voice is so nice and everything like angelic. But then her personality is like very quirky and everything. I would associate her with this perfume. It's like perfect for her. So the next perfume I have is increasingly difficult to find in the UAE. Actually, it's not increasingly difficult. It's kind of like showing up now more on retail outlets and everything. Now I have to see if we actually have like shops over here for this brand. I'm trying to put it back in its packaging so I can give you the full experience because I love the packaging so much. This is by French Avenue and this is Irida. You see, it's like a little raised, this thingy. It's very beautiful. The box is very, very high quality. And when you open it, it's pink inside. Of course I loved it. It's like this pink is like, it's not that annoying pink, yeah? It's a beautiful pink. Oh my gosh. And I was like, the bottle as well. Come on. I mean, that is like absolutely stunning. I've already got my crusty fingers all over it, so I'm sorry about that. But it's so beautiful, isn't it? Now, Irida is supposed to be, this is a Irida extrait. Now, I don't know if it's Irida or Irida, but that's not just how I'm pronouncing it. I'm so sorry. Irida. And it's supposed to be a dupe for Electric Cherry by Tom Ford. Now, if you remember, Tom Ford released like a line of like cherry perfumes, right? So it was Lost Cherry, Smoking Cherry, I don't know, something else cherry. And then there was Electric Cherry. And Electric Cherry, unfortunately, was a failure because nobody liked it. Everybody was like, oh, it just barely stays on your skin. People who liked it, they were very disappointed that you're paying so much money and then you're ending up like getting a perfume that barely lasts 3-4 hours. And people were so disappointed. Well, you know what? Now you have it in a cheaper brand, you know, and you can buy it like at, how much is it for? Okay, it was $50, which is like still like, I mean, I don't know in your country, is it like for $50 or is it just here in the UAE? Because as far as I knew, French Avenue was not like a very expensive brand, right? I thought it would be in the same range as, actually fair enough, like Latafa prices, right? So fair enough. I love it. I like it so much. The opening. Okay, now let me like tell you, slow down, see me. Calm down your excitement. It is stunning, okay? It opens up cherry ginger. The cherry is not the Lost Cherry kind of cherry, not the Smoking Cherry. It is like a proper bubblegum cherry. Literally, you know, cherry bubblegum. And the ginger is not very ginger, you know, the scraped ginger, it's not like that. It's just like a mild form of ginger, which I would probably say it's like a little artificial. It's not really like ginger, so it doesn't bother you. You know that zinginess of the ginger, zinginess of the ginger. Another word, you know, zinginess of the ginger is not present. So it's like a mild form. If it was just a scent, you know, the zinginess is not there. The actual physical form of ginger is not there. So it has the top notes of cherry and ginger, middle notes of jasmine, and the base notes of amber, pink pepper, and musk. Jasmine is there. Comes in like quite a bit later, like maybe like 20 minutes later. But it comes in like a whiff of jasmine. Not indolic at all, very pleasant. Like this perfume, I feel it opens very, very strong and reduces drastically. Like the change from the opening to the middle notes to the base note, it's like, the only beef I have with this is like within 30 minutes, I can barely smell it. Like it's barely there on my skin anymore. It's so annoying because if I want that excitement of the opening, like I need to keep spraying it again and again on myself. And if it was like maybe like $40 or something, I would be like, yes, let's take a bath in this perfume, you know? But it is not, it's $50. So of course I would expect it to last a little bit longer. I tried I had sprayed it on my skin. I tried it on my, like to smell it on my skin. It was faintly there after 4 hours. So it'll last you like max 4 hours. You need to keep like spraying it again and again. Now this batch, from now onwards, I'm just going to tell you all the batch numbers, right? So this was produced in May 2024. It's a very, very, very new batch, right? It's literally like produced like last month. So I think it's going to mature. I think it will like hopefully get like stronger. Will it stop me from wearing this perfume? No, because this is so nice. It's so, you know, like initially it smells like a very special perfume. Once it starts to dry down, it becomes a very wearable perfume that you can wear to run errands, go to offices. As a matter of fact, today I'll probably wear this around the house. So I do like it so much. I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10 just because it's like just last a little longer. But literally just launched. So I don't like expect any of the Middle Eastern houses to do quality control when it comes to except for like a few reserved houses. When they release their perfume, it is macerated. In the opening and towards the dry down, when I really smell the perfume, I also get almond. Okay, it's not a very very strong almond, but it is there for sure, and they've not listed it. Like I feel like that Shagaf Oud Tonka, how that smell is. It's there, but in a very very like light form. So I was just immediately thinking that maybe I can layer the Shagaf Oud Tonka with some cherry perfume. Actually, cherry, that would make it cherry punk. Kind of smells like cherry punk as well, but like in a very, 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 very light form. Just because I feel like that almond is there also in the background. Now this smells very, very good, but it's not like people are going to start chasing you and wanting to ask you what perfume you're wearing, because the projection is not all that. But if you spray and then if you like are leaving the house and you are in the lift or in the elevator, people will ask you, like what are you wearing? Because like it is a beautiful fragrance. If I had spotted somebody wearing this, I would ask them like what are you wearing? And I would have expected it to be maybe not a Tom Ford because like, it's not that strong and powerful, but then I would actually think it's like a designer perfume. So I really, really, really like this perfume. I think you can wear this anytime during the day, any season, because while it dries down to spring summer perfume, the opening is very fall winter. So just go for it. Wear it. If you get it for less than $50, it'll be like, wow. I'll be like, how did you manage to do that? The projection, unfortunately, is like 1 feet. Longevity is like literally pushing it. 4 hours is like pushing it. But I know because it's a fresh batch, the more it's gonna macerate, the more it's gonna air out, the more I'm gonna use it. Let the air get filled up inside over here. It'll macerate and it'll just get better. And the celebrity I'd given this to was Diana Kruger. Especially because she played Helen Troy, that movie. It's very like one of like those sultry, seductive, but very youthful as well at the same time. The best part is it's not juvenile. So the cherry, although it's bubblegummy, it's not becoming juvenile, which is why I love this fragrance. So still, not sure, 8 out of 10. Even if you buy it, you'll have to macerate it. You can still buy this for fall, winter, and hopefully in 3 months you'll be able to wear it. A lot of people ask me, like, Simin, why do they release perfumes when they're not macerated? They're competing with each other. Like the low-end brands, they're competing with each other. Who will release the first dupe for Biancolati? Who's going to release the first dupe for Tom Ford's Lost Cherry? So the faster they put it in the market, the faster you guys are going to buy it, right? So, of course, it's like a rat race over here. Like, people like just popping. They're coming up like mushrooms. And that's why you have so many dupes for one perfume, especially from dupe houses. So that's why they just like mix it, package it in the market. There's no maturation process, there's no maceration, there's no nothing, there's no quality control. Also, like I feel now that they are baking batches and they make slight improvements on batches. So every time people buy like different batches, that's why sometimes my opinion and yours are so drastically different. It cannot be the same perfume. Yes, you will have a difference of opinion, but it will not be so freaking drastic that you're like saying something completely different and I'm detecting, like you're detecting leather in a perfume and I'm not. And I'm like, what's going on, So yeah, jury's still out on that. The next brand that I dove into head first, it was Ahmed Al Maghribi. And I got these little bottles. So I got Bidun Esam, I got Little Hearts, and I got Cherry. And let's start first with Bidun Esam because it was a very popular fragrance once upon a time. And I do kind of like it. Okay, let me not like spoil the surprise because it's a very pleasant rose perfume. Okay, let me show you the bottle. I'm just like jumping ahead, like it's a very pretty bottle, These are all 50 mls and this cost me only $20. So that's like not bad at all. I got it directly from their website. So now this perfume opens literally like when you make, actually not even make the rose syrup. This rose drink that you get, the rose syrup drink, normally like from Iran, and you have these Iranian ones. It smells exactly like that combined with musk. I feel like this is like a very musky, cold, sweet rose. Like very clearly you can smell the saffron in the opening. It's exactly like that rose syrup that you get it's the color also is the same. This is the color of that rose syrup. I don't know if they meant to make it like smell like that, but it smells very much like that. Now I of course tried it on my skin, clothes, and I'm repeating this again and again so that people don't question my methodology. No, I don't come in front of the camera and just spray it for the first time and start talking about stuff. Starts musky, saffron, rose syrup, cold, chilled drink right out of the fridge, and you're drinking it. Sweet to an extent, like, oh my god, your tooth is like hurting when you're drinking it because already it's cold and you have like sensitivity in your teeth. It gives you that, like, starts off very beautiful. Now, my beef with this perfume is when it starts drying down, starts getting soapy. I don't know why perfumes do that, okay? I don't know if I have like a sensitivity or something. But in the opening, for the first 30 minutes, this perfume is gorgeous. So when you smell it, you're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I'm just gonna wear this all the time. I'm gonna live with this, like die with this. It's like in my grave, also spray this all over me. It's so beautiful. Very Middle Eastern, of course, because it's like the teff rose, the Iranian rose and everything. It's one of those roses. Of course, the saffron and everything. I associate this to be like a very Persian perfume. But, okay, let me tell you the notes first, because I expected maybe there's cinnamon in this, because cinnamon tends to do that as well. Like it changes the perfume and there's some earthiness comes in the dry down if it's a synthetic cinnamon. The top notes are rose and saffron, the middle notes are white flowers, and the base notes are Cambodian oud, musk and amber. And I was like, oud? And then I was like, shoot, it is. There's like this oud in the background with musk and amber. And I assumed that the combination of the oud, musk and amber, because they're very, very synthetic ones, it's probably changing into like something soapy. And then I saw the white flowers as note, and I was like, oh my gosh, maybe that's why, So, you used to get these vintage rose soaps. They used to have the most strong smell. Think Yardley soaps. I think you still get them. Okay, we never used the rose one. We used to always get the lavender one. And it was a very expensive product. So it was like a luxury. Like the day that soap would come in our house, we would be like, how did this show up in our house, It was like pricey soap, right? It was not like Cami or Lux or one of those soaps. It was not. This is supposed to be a dupe for Armani Privé's Rose d'Arabie. It kind of also goes in the direction of Oud Satin Mood by Maison Francis Coq de Jean. All the bottles of Ahmed Al Maghribi, the juice inside is extremely oily. So be very, very careful where you spray it. On your jewelry, there's that, because it's probably the most oily perfume I've ever encountered. The good thing is that this does last like a very long time. It stays for 8 hours. And I like it. Now, the production date on this one is March of this year. So yeah, maybe this is a new batch and I need to let it sit for some time. But yeah, if you're looking for like a rose musk amber perfume with a slight oud, it's not really oudi oud. So if you're scared of oud, don't be scared of this one, because it's definitely not oudi. If you don't like rose, don't go for this. It's so ultra rose from the beginning till the end. Think rose syrup, that's it. The rose is so sweet that I can't wear this in spring, summer. This will probably be reserved for winter, fall, or maybe summer evenings, maybe if I'm staying indoors or something. The projection is like a good 4 to 5 feet. It projects like crazy. You spray like a few sprays and it's like till the end of the room. The whole room will fill up. The longevity is like 8+ hours. I'm going to give this a 7.5 right now, because I still need to see if that lye smell, I call it the lye because that's an ingredient when you make these soaps, especially the vintage ones. It used to have this particular thing which was not good for your skin. Now they don't have that, but that smell, if you know. Once it goes away, I'll give this happily an 8 out of 10. It'll never go above 8 because I don't like such rose heavy fragrances. I have like Infinity Rose and everything which I've not touched in like months, so yeah, that's that for you. And the celebrity, I gave this to, by the way, on Fragrantica, this has got a 4.18, so a lot of people love this perfume, right? And I also like this perfume. It's just that I'm not very fond of rose and I'm not going to be reaching for this like very often. The celebrity I gave this to, I wanted to because I know her by face, but I did not know her name. And I know she's like of Persian origin, whether she's Iranian or Iraqi or whatever, not sure. Her name is Shohre Ashdashlu. So I'll put her picture here and you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. Just reminded me of her. The next perfume was an absolute failure for me. I just dislike this perfume so much. And why do I dislike it so much? Because it smells like Herba Pura and not in a good way. That's your Little Hearts. No, sorry, this is not the one. This is the Little Hearts. So that's the box. The boxes are like very simple boxes, but then what do you expect for $20, right? And the bottle is the same as, the bottles are like really, really cute. So this one is like that, Bidun Esam was like that, they're the same bottles with the same caps and everything. Colors are a little different. Now this one, I'm going to try and spray it very, very far because I don't even want like a little bit of this coming on me, Herba Pura. In a very disgusting way. Blah. Okay, so it opens. Okay, for some reason when sorry, my reactions sometimes are so extreme. But okay, so opening, for some reason, it's not even listed, but I thought it was banana. When it opened, I was like, oh my god, it smells like banana chewing gum, I've had banana chewing gum once in my life and it was like such an instant regret. It was like, Oh, let me not try to be mean. So the opening, it gave me melon and banana, the combination of the two. Smelled very like, and I was very interested. I was like, wow, what's this beginning? Although it's like banana and melon, I might choke and die. But then I was like, okay, it's smelling interesting because it's going to dry down to like a musky something. And then it starts changing. And then all those Herba Pura ingredients start coming in. Especially after I saw the ingredients. I was so happy because, okay, let me tell you the notes. The notes are top notes of sweet citrus and sweet lime. Do you know what sweet lime is? It's a fruit, okay, in India, at least in India, I've had it. It's one of my favorite citrus fruits, okay. It's the orange size. It's green in color, but when you cut it, it's like lemon color inside, right? It's like the yellow inside, yellow flesh. But it's very, very sweet. And it's one of the best citrus fruits to have because it doesn't have that extreme sourness. The thing is, when you cut that fruit, if you don't consume it immediately, it turns bitter. It oxidizes and something goes wrong. So in India, normally they don't cut it and give it to you to eat. You juice it and you drink it immediately. So tasty. I could drink jugs and jugs of that, the juice, So the top notes for this are sweet citrus, sweet lime and orange. I'll tell you something. The opening over here is banana and melon. It's none of those. There's no citruses. There's no sweet citruses. There's no orange. I can't smell any of that. Then the middle notes are fruity notes, which is the Herba Pura, literally probably just the Herba Pura oil, Mango, pineapple and mixed fruits. And then the base notes of amber resin, musk and vanilla. Oh my gosh, I was trying to be fair. I was like singing be fair, be fair, be fair. I know like these kind of fruity fragrances like just really piss me off. And of course like Herba Pura is like something I am so sick of it. Jasmine Wisp is something I really love because it has like a little twist on it. But this guy, oh my gosh, it smells exactly like, no, I decluttered that. So it was the Ana Abiyat, which by the way I liked in the beginning when it was like brand new. Everybody was like, did not even know what Herba Pura was, but the dupes were popping up everywhere. It smelled good. But then now it's just too much. And now, these synthetic ones that they're creating, ultra sweet, ultra everything. Now, it's not like super bad, so I'm going to still give it like 7 out of 10. I've written 6 over here. I'll give it 7 out of 10. Just don't spray it on your skin. Spray it on your clothes because it does smell a slight bit better on your clothes than your skin. And I know a lot of people do like this perfume. Where did it go? Oh, okay. The Little Hearts. It comes in a set as well, and I nearly bought this set with the cream and this, and I was like, thank God I did not buy that. It was just slightly more like price. It was maybe like $5-6 more. I could have got that, but then I was like, you know what, like I'm never going to use the perfumed cream. I get allergic. It's a whole thing, Now this one, I feel if Herba Pura was like a shampoo, if you converted that into a shampoo fragrance, it would smell like this. So it's not purely Herba Pura, but it's literally Herba Pura with shampoo vibe, and it is overwhelmingly sweet and everything. 7 out of 10, being fair. Okay guys, I don't want to like hate on something. And then let me tell you the feminine as AF. uh, you can wear it in spring, summer, all day. The Middle Eastern vibe is none. It's not smelling Middle Eastern at all. The projection is 3 feet because it does like project quite a bit. Longevity was 7 hours. I'm not gonna like go out and be like, oh, it lasts 8 hours plus 7 hours. Then it starts reducing like crazy. And I personally will never wear this perfume, right? It's $20 only, and yeah, probably like, I don't know. Let's see. Again, what's the production date on this? It might be the same one, right? Yup, it's actually last month. So again, fresh new batch. So I'm gonna still let it sit, rest, and see how this goes. I did assign a celebrity to this because I was thinking, who do I hate that much? And then I was like, let's not do this. Let's not go there, So yeah. In this also I can see like a lot of particles. Okay, I think that's the musk. Now last but not the least, I saved this because I was like, what a surprise. Sometimes life, like the universe, sends like a surprise your way. They were like, here you go. Like I'm giving you like charity. Have something to enjoy. It's the cherry, okay? The box is like that, and the bottle is, I'm so confused with the bottles. It's the same bottle as Bidun Esam and the other one, but it is pink. La, 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 la. Okay, so I sprayed this and I was like, why does it smell so familiar? Now, mind you, I had tested and tried all these perfumes, and the last perfume I tried was this one, and I'm like, oh my god. And it hit me quicker than if I was not watching and crossing the road and if a car would hit me. I was like, this is Miss Dior Sherry, the old formula. And guys, I've been looking for that perfume for such a long time because okay, let me tell you a little story. I know. I do this very often. I was very young. One of my aunts, she was wearing Miss Dior Sherry, and I just asked her like, what are you wearing? It's so beautiful. And of course, like our aunts, brown aunts, they were like, she's like, no, take it. And, I kept telling her, no, auntie, it's fine. But inside, I was like, I want it so bad, And I was trying to be like a little bit, like diplomatic, like, no. And then finally, like, of course, she did not agree. She gave it to me. Unfortunately, there was like 10 ml left in that bottle. And I savored every drop of that perfume. When I went to buy it, I was really young, by the way. I'm just like letting you know, it was like I was like a kid. I went to buy it, and it was like 400 something dirhams. No, not even 400, 500 something dirhams. And I was like, my pocket money is 200 dirhams. So I'll have to collect like pocket money like for such a long time to actually go ahead and buy that perfume. And of course, I could not buy that perfume. And finally, when I could afford it, when I grew up, got my first job, I was like, oh, I have to go buy this perfume for myself. Discontinued. And this is like when life takes things away from you and then it gives it back after 20 years. It gives it back to you in the form of a cheap perfume. Smells exactly like this. Okay, it's not exactly like that. But in the air, if you wear it, people might actually come to you and ask you, are you wearing Miss Dior Sherry? Where did you get it from? How much did you get it for? And then you'll be like, I have a vintage bottle. Oh, man. This is priced at US dollars 20 only. This is of course my favorite from all the Ahmed Al Maghribi fragrances. It was not much of a competition, so it was an easy pick. But literally when I sprayed this, initially I was like, because I was a little like, Ahmed Al Maghribi, I was not buying this brand, and I finally like took a nosedive and got everything wrong, and I was like cherry, and I was like, it's gonna be like one of those synthetic yuck cherries. And then the hair at the back of my neck just stood up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like ghost of Miss Dior Sherry. I don't know where it showed up from. It's so beautiful. Although it's not listed, I do smell that opening of lemon and strawberry mixed together, if you remember. I don't know, guys, if you've ever smelled that perfume before or not. It was like, something that's toxic for you, but you just want it. It was like one of those beautiful fragrances. Okay, let me tell you what this perfume smells like in case you don't know what Miss Dior Sherry is. So it opens very fruity. I feel, okay, it has like a lot of fruits, but the ones that I can identify is strawberry and lemon together. So, sometimes when you eat strawberry, have you ever had strawberry with lemon? If you have not tried, it tastes very, very good. And then I also smell some pineapple and I smell some cherry. Again, not listed, right? Cherry flower is listed, but cherry is not listed. Now, these notes of strawberry, pineapple, cherry, these were there in Miss Dior Sherry, but it's not listed over here. And I'm not buying the notes. I'm not buying these notes. Like, I think it was intended to be a dupe for Miss Dior Sherry because people miss that perfume. They love that perfume. It's not creamy. It's nothing. It's just a very quirky, fruity fragrance, which is amazing. Doesn't smell juvenile. The beauty of Dior Miss Sherry was that it was non-juvenile. It was the strangest fruit combination you've ever smelled, and it was like super addictive. Like, you smell it, you want to smell it again and again. Now, if you like perfumes like La Nuit Tresor, if you like Mon Guerlain, you will like this perfume because it's extremely sweet in the fruity sense. Sorry, not Mon Guerlain, Mon Perry. I'm sorry. These, why do they make names like this? Look at Mon Perry, not Mon Guerlain. It's completely different, right? I would wear this all year round. This is going to be one of those fragrances I'm going to just keep spraying on myself like nuts because I love it. It's definitely super feminine. No Middle Eastern vibe. The projection is like, let's say 3 to 4 feet. Not more than that, depending on how much you spray, of course. And the longevity was also like not bad. I would say 6 to 7 hours. Now, again, these are $20, but these are 50 ml, right? And the celebrity, I kept thinking, oh my gosh, who should I give it to? Because it has to be somebody who is vintage, but at the same time, it should be somebody who is like, I don't know, it was definitely not Audrey Hepburn, Marilyn Monroe. And then I just thought of Grace Kelly. I was like, yeah, that would be the right person, Grace Kelly. I am so freaking obsessed with this perfume, and I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 because it is stunning. Something I've been looking for like for a very, very long time, and I'm so happy I finally got it. So yeah, I would like to thank Ahmed Al Maghribi for creating this perfume. I love it. That's it for the haul video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It was like a completely different kind of haul. Like, didn't have any latafa. It did have a Khadlaj. It didn't have latafa. It didn't have Paris Corner. It didn't have like, my regular perfume houses. So I'm happy. And you know what? I'm gonna like kind of like, if you have tried other French Avenue perfumes, let me know. This Irida was like pretty nice. So I like of course, the Musk. Musk Pure is like a different league altogether. Yeah, look. And this one and the cherry, these two are like really nice. By the way, when you combine these two, they don't go well, so don't do it. I tried that too. Bidun Esam and Little Hearts, I'm gonna give it like some time, let it macerate and see how it goes as well. Also, Irida needs to mature, and let's see how it like macerates, and hopefully it'll get stronger, but it's not gonna stop me from using it, so I'm gonna continue using it. That's it for today, guys. I'll see you in the next one.